Sharia law will never be allowed in Texas or the United States of America.
This is not about Islam. It's about Sharia law.
To allow a new group to claim and execute a 400-acre segregated city is the height of insanity.
Beberapa waktu lalu, seorang politisi Amerika, Ted Cruz, memicu perdebatan setelah menuding bahwa sebuah proyek komunitas Muslim di Texas merupakan upaya mengambil alih negara bagian tersebut. Tuduhan itu dengan cepat menyebar di media sosial. Proyek yang dimaksud berada di dekat Dallas. Rencananya mencakup pembangunan rumah, masjid, sekolah Islam, serta berbagai fasilitas untuk kebutuhan warga setempat. Para pengkritiknya menyebut proyek ini sebagai kota syariah dan menganggapnya sebagai ancaman bagi nilai-nilai Amerika. Namun, komunitas Muslim yang terlibat membantah tuduhan tersebut. Untuk memahami apa yang sebenarnya terjadi, tim Roka News turun langsung ke lokasi dan mewawancarai warga, pengelola proyek, serta pihak-pihak yang terlibat dalam kontroversi ini. Jadi, apakah ini benar-benar upaya membangun Muslim mengambil alih seperti yang dituduhkan? Atau justru contoh bagaimana ketakutan terhadap Islam dapat mengubah sebuah proyek komunitas menjadi kontroversi nasional? Mari kita lihat faktanya.
One thing you see on social media a lot is there like a big Muslim community here?
Yes, but all that stuff goes on over there in that side because they have a couple of, I guess you call them mosques.
Other side of 183, it's like
there's a mosque. There's a mosque.
Yeah, mosque and
around the mosque is a community.
Area.
Nothing wrong with them growing. Let them grow all they want. I'm okay with it. That's honest opinion.
How do you feel about that as a born and bred Texan?
Well, I hope they like it. I mean, I'm thinking they got here as quick as they could.
It's nothing to me. You know, I'm a minority myself.
Okay, you want to go to where they live.
Okay.
There's a mosque down the road. Right by the mosque, there's the most beautiful houses in the whole community. You have to be a community member. Yeah, stay there. Go look at that.
When we drove to the Muslim side of Irving, we noticed things start to change. And then we pulled up to the mosque. So one interesting thing about this Islamic center is it has a mosque, of course, but it also has a school, just kind of like a Catholic parochial school. But we saw some school kids walking out. There's recess over there. We then stopped by a burger joint, a halal burger joint. Tell us about the restaurant.
It's just a family-owned restaurant. It was my brother's dream to, do something like this.
We actually have his kufiya. He was really pro-Palestine, so we have his kufiya hung right there. He used to wear it all the time.
Oh, wow.
Growing up during 9/11 days, like everybody white was just looking at you weird, right? But now, as time goes by, it gets more diverse. Everybody gets more knowledge. I haven't really received that much hate here. I mean, myself, I don't know.
I disagree. I think as a woman, like a hijabi woman, working at the front, I have had several groups come and they come in, they're have a huge crew. They see me, they walk right out. That's happened more than 10 times.
So I'm just curious here. I don't know how political it is, but do you know people who supported Trump? What are the politics of the Muslim community here?
I feel like some people support Trump just because they thought their businesses would do good, and then he gave a false pretense of not starting any wars, but in reality everyone was just fooled.
The election we're getting tomorrow, there may not have been that long.
Oh, definitely not.
What about people will also point out there's a lot of support of groups like Hezbollah and Hamas here. How would you respond to that?
You do you. I have no idea. Honestly, it's all speculation at the end of the day, but I don't think that's a big deal here, right? I mean, that type of stuff could be anywhere. I mean, just like the KKK, that could be just down the road or your next door neighbor. You never know. But we're all human beings, right? At the end of the day, whoever walks in, they're a rainbow color. It doesn't matter. They're still here for a good burger.
They told us where to find the more Muslim neighborhoods in the area, and so we stopped by one. The houses in the neighborhood were super nice. That became a theme for the day. The Muslims here are prosperous. And in one neighborhood, we saw someone who frankly took us by surprise. You recently converted to Islam?
Yes.
What led you to convert to Islam?
I've been wanting to do it for a long time. Like, I was scared because of my family members, like, what they'll think about me. Like my family members is all Christian, by the way. They all Christians, everybody Christian. My grandma, she always try to force it on me, like, oh yeah, be a Christian, go to church and do this, right? So I always go. I gave it a shot. I went to church, right? I kept going, and it's like, it wasn't for me because we have people that's not living by, like, the things that they tell you, like, keep telling you to do. They not living by those things at all. Like, I converted to Islam because of the brotherhood.
Yeah, brotherhood.
They did not make me. I took my shahada the second day of Ramadan. Wow. They made me feel welcome. Like, everybody, like, loved me. Like, everything that they say, the people was telling me outside of Islam, people was telling me it's not true. It's not true at all. They welcomed me with open arms. Everybody in the mosque, the masjid.
Some places we go in the country, there's a big Muslim black community.
Right.
Is there one where you're from?
No, I'm from Monroe, Louisiana, and it's not. And I wanna bring it there. Yeah. I want to be one of the ones that go to where I'm from and tell everybody about it. Like, let them know really what's going on with it. Like, because a lot of people don't know. They don't know.
What do you think when you see clips on social media that are like, the Muslims are taking over Texas?
You have to see for yourself. You gotta go. You gotta talk to people. You gotta go see for yourself. You just can't judge people off of what you hear.
How has your life changed since becoming a Muslim?
It's things that I already wasn't doing, but now that I know this is how I have to live every day. I have to pray 5 times a day. I have to do wudu. I have to do a lot of things, so it changed. Yeah. So I wake up with a purpose. I wake up with, like, a purpose every day. Every morning, I have to get up at 6.
What are the similarities between the Christian faith and the Muslim faith?
We do believe in Jesus. Jesus was a prophet.
Are you looking for a Muslim wife?
For sure. Yeah. The only way I would go.
Yeah.
The only way.
Is it hard to tell with the headdress how pretty they are?
I mean, yeah, I would say so.
We heard when we were in Michigan, one of the guys we met there said you can tell by the eyebrows a little bit.
I don't know. I really don't be really looking too much right now, but
yeah, right now you're focusing on.
I'll focus on learning more more about Islam. That's it right now. Yeah.
What do you think of? You're from Louisiana. I imagine there aren't many Muslims in Louisiana. Do you ever show up in Louisiana like this?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Are you worried?
No, not at all.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I got me protected.
Yeah,
I ain't worried.
He was staying with an older Muslim who asked not to be on camera. He was gardening during the interview.
God created us. It's from same mother and father, from Adam and Eve. Then later we kind of divided. We worship only one God who created you and me.
The houses here are super nice, and this is like a community where everyone seems to be Muslim. That house is going for $960,000. We then visited Richardson, a city with an Arab shopping plaza and a Muslim mayor, the first Muslim mayor north of Dallas.
Amir Omar now leads the high-tech Dallas suburb to the north, Richardson. 120,000 people live here.
Allah. It's a huge honor, and representation matters.
There, we stopped by a Yemeni coffee shop to speak with locals.
You guys want to try the tea?
On social media, you'll see stuff like, Texas is changing, there's a Muslim takeover of Texas. What's your reaction to those kind of videos?
Do
you see them?
Honestly, yeah, I'm familiar with it. Muslim people is just like a community as like any other communities living, on Texas here. Thousands of Indians are moving in a daily basis to Dallas, and nobody's ever talked about them. Eyewitnesses of Frisco being white, kind of like city, and eyewitnesses transfer from that into completely Indian place. I don't know why when it comes to like the Muslim, they taking over Texas, they're taking over Dallas. I don't think that's true, to be honest with you. What is the issue with like creating communities like that? I don't see any issues as long as they're practicing their religion peacefully. They're not hurting anybody. They're not breaking the law.
He makes an interesting point. Muslims do get an enormous amount of scrutiny despite being a relatively small group. In fact, the state of Texas is less than 2% Muslim. So Islam's defenders will ask, why the big deal?
I've met a lot of people, by the way, where they literally know zero knowledge about like Islam or Arab, and they just the first thing you tell them, hey, I'm from Middle East or I'm from I'm a Muslim, they tell you you're gonna bomb us. They just made that, and people hit that Muslim people or Arab people are just like terrorists, which we don't. We're not.
What about the argument that maybe they're not terrorists, but they support terrorist groups like Hezbollah and Hamas?
That is true, you know, which I personally met people where they support Hezbollah and Hamas. Me personally, I do not believe that Hezbollah and Hamas is supposed to exist from the first place. I'm an immigrant, by the way, and it's just like whenever you move to a different country, a different culture, you have to be successful. Because look, if I leave my family, my friends, and everybody and move and decide to start a new life in a different country, what is the point of it if I'm not going to be successful?
Right.
And that idea is in every immigrant head.
We wanted to ask him more about the politics of the area, specifically the foreign policy views. Muslim Americans are unique in how important foreign policy is for their voting. In fact, a 2024 report from a Muslim institute found that 90% of Muslims consider foreign policy their number one issue. They're Trump supporters. What do they think of the foreign policy right now?
Honestly, I've seen both sides. I've seen a lot of Arab Muslims that are extremely religious, and they are Trump supporters. And on the other hand, I've seen a lot of like Arab too. They were like, yeah, he's against immigrant. He doesn't like us. He was wanting like kick us out and stuff like that.
I moved to the U.S. in 2017. I was born and raised in Abu Dhabi, Dubai. The first time here I came for a visit, right? And then the second time I like the life here, I like the community, I like the people. So I decided to stay here for, you know, better life. And I came for freedom. I met my wife here in 2019. She's from West Virginia.
Was she Arab or?
No, she's American.
American?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then we got married in 2009.
Straight up white.
Straight up white. Exactly. She's Christian. Yeah. So I don't mind like marry Christian, you know.
Yeah.
I'm Muslim, but I don't mind. And I don't force her if she want to convert or not. No, it's up to her.
How has having an American wife from West Virginia changed you as a person?
Oh, actually she doesn't change me. I change her.
That's the way to do it.
No, for real, yeah.
Do you love America?
Of course. I'm proud to be American, man.
Okay, at this point, it's time we talk about Epic City. First, you need to understand that it gets its name from the mosque that came up with the idea for it. That mosque is called the East Plano Islamic Center, aka Epic. Muslim leaders there developed a plan for a Muslim-majority city 40 miles northeast of Dallas in rural farmland. They envision a community with 1,000 homes, a mosque, a K-12 Islamic school, senior housing, and even a community college. Within days of the announcement, over 500 lots were sold. But then, it came under scrutiny.
This is not about Islam. It's about Sharia law.
To allow a new group to claim and execute a 400-acre segregated city is the height of insanity.
They're trying to stop from that development from happening, and they're just like coming at us, and like we have a lawyer and he's American too, and he's like, there's nothing wrong that we're doing. It's just a community, like a regular community, and whoever wants to buy, you know, a house in that community can.
The fight for Epic City is now in the court system. A recent court ruling sided with Epic.
If this were Presbyterians in Waxahachie or Baptist in Red Oak, we wouldn't be having this conversation. But Governor Abbott has chosen, for whatever reason, to unfairly demonize these people.
So it still has a chance, and you can get ahead of it at the mosque behind the plan. Next to Epic was another extremely nice Muslim neighborhood. All right, so now we're in a Muslim neighborhood in East Plano. And I say Muslim because you look around, you see posters about Ramadan, Eid, the celebration, and it's also called Medina Villas. That's the name of this neighborhood. And so we're hanging around for a prayer service at 746. So we'll check it out. And Medina Villas, everybody. Okay, some of the houses by the mosque are insane. That one's going for $1.5 million, has 9 beds. wow, that's a nice house. Like, and you can see the mosque right there. We couldn't help but notice that next to that neighborhood was another neighborhood that was not Muslim majority. And that's when we had a conversation that took us on a detour, but I promise you will find it worth it. You live right by the mosque. What's that like?
It's very busy at night. They kick it at all hours of the night, especially like when it's Ramadan. So like, talk about their kids be out here like late as hell some nights.
Really?
But
is there a prayer call in the morning?
I mean, yeah. I mean, they don't like blow no horns or nothing.
Yeah.
But it's prayer calls and stuff.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you'll see them because they'll be early in the morning. They'll be walking down the street, and sometimes the cops they be stopping traffic and shit. And then at night there's a coffee shop.
Yeah.
And like I don't know, I'll be getting off work at like midnight sometimes, maybe 1 in the morning, and that's like the hangout spot. They go kick it over there.
So what brought you to Plano?
My wife, and I was getting into a lot of trouble back home,
Yeah.
so it was time to make a change.
Are you good now?
Oh yeah, I'm chilling now.
Yeah. Chicago, people find trouble up there.
Oh yeah, sometimes trouble find you.
Like when you moved here, did you know there was a big Muslim presence?
I mean, we knew, honestly, no, we didn't. In this complex, there's like only really like 3 Americans that live out here. It's me, them, and some black lady that live up front. It's mostly Hispanics out here. Other than that, like everybody's pretty chill out here.
Pretty chill.
They get a little frustrated with the traffic stopping and the late night kicking it over there, but...
Are you a religious guy?
I'm a Christian.
Jadi, pertanyaannya sederhana. Kalau komunitas lain membangun perumahan, sekolah, tempat ibadah, dan masa depan, itu disebut kemajuan. Tapi ketika Muslim melakukan hal yang sama, kenapa tiba-tiba disebut ancaman? Mungkin masalahnya bukan pada bangunannya, bukan pada masjidnya, bukan pada sekolahnya. Masalahnya adalah, sebagian orang masih belum siap melihat Muslim hidup kuat, damai, dan percaya diri. Dan disitulah standar gandanya terlihat jelas. Menurut kalian, ini benar-benar ancaman atau cuma Islamfobia yang mulai berkembang? Tulis pendapat kalian di komentar.